On this YouTube channel, I usually solve questions from past questions and math textbooks. In this video, I've picked some questions from Unilag Post UTME past questions to solve. So I'll be happy if you subscribe to the channel by clicking the subscribe button below. You can do well to also like the channel and also share with other people who are preparing for Post UTME. I usually make and upload this video every week, so you should get new videos every week. Thank you very much. Now let's look at this question. A regular polygon 2k plus one side has 140 degree as the size of each interior angle. Find k. Now the first thing you want to remember before even attempting this question is the sums of interior angles in a polygon. Now the formula for sums of interior angles in a polygon is n minus 2 times 180. Now in this question we're given the number of sides. So this is the number of sides, 2k plus 1. We're told the regular polygon has 2k plus 1 side. And then we're given the size of each interior angles. And then the last thing they mention is that the polygon is a regular polygon. And a regular polygon is a polygon in which all sides are equal. Now let's try to solve this. Remember, we're given n, so we know n. We know the value of n. But we don't know the value of sums of angles. Now normally if I have a triangle and I'm told that this triangle is a regular triangle, so all these angles are equal. If I'm given one angle at 60 degrees, I can find the sum of interior angles by saying 60 times 3. Because I know that all the angles are equal and I know that a triangle has 3 sides. Does that make sense? So the sums of interior angles is 60 times 3. I'm going to use this analogy for this question. So I was told that the polygon has 2k plus 1 sides, and I was told that the size of each interior angle is 140 degrees. So it means that the sums of angles in this polygon is 2k plus 1 times 140. Does this make sense? So I'm going to slot this into the formula. So for sums of angles, I'm going to put 2k plus 1 times 140 equals to, what is my n? My n is 2k plus 1, so I put 2k plus 1, and then I have minus 2, 180. Do you understand this? So if I open this bracket, I'll be having 140, this is 140, 140 times 2k, 180k, 140 times 1 should give me plus 140, equals to, this will be 2k, plus 1 minus 2 should give me minus 1. Then I've got 180. Plus 140 equals to, if I open this bracket, I'll be having 180 times 2k. That is 360k. 180 times minus 1 should give me minus 180. So I collect like terms. So if 360k comes here, 140 will go to the other side. So I should be having 280k. When 360k crosses the equal to sign, it becomes minus 360k equals to, I'm left with minus 180. Don't forget the sign. When 140 crosses the equal to sign, it becomes minus 140. Do you understand this? 280k minus 360k will give me minus 80k equals to minus 180 minus 140 will give me minus 320. 0 plus 0, 0, 8 plus 4, 12, 2 carry 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1, 320. So what do? I divide both sides by minus 80. So I'll be having minus 80k all over minus 80 equals to minus 320 all over minus 80. Minus cancels minus, 80 here 1, 80 here 1. I'm left with k equals to, minus cancels minus, 0 cancels 0, 8 here 1, 8 here 4. So k equals to 4. And that is our answer. K equals to 4. Option A. Do you understand this? Let's take another question. So we've got this question. Solve the following simultaneous equation. X plus y equals to 10 and x squared plus y squared equals to 58. Now, since this is a post UTME question, I'm going to be teaching you how to solve very quickly. So for some question, it's easier and faster when you walk from the option to the question instead from the question to the option. Now let me try to show you what I mean by that. So I've got x plus y equals to 10, and I've got x squared plus y squared equals to 58. Now I can solve this question directly, but it's going to waste my time. It's easier to move from the option to the question. That will save me so much time. Let me show you what I mean. Now, for example, I can begin to plug these values into the question to see which one gives me these values. And anyone that gives me this value becomes my correct answer. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. So, for example, I can start with option A. X equals to 7, y equals to 3. Now, I'm going to put x equals to 7, y equals to 3, both in equation 1 and equation 2, and see if that is correct. Let's put it in equation 1. We have x plus y equals to 10. So 7 plus 3 should give me 10. Yes, in fact, it's equals to 10. So I know that A is a tentative answer. I've got to prove it with the second equation. For the second equation, I have x squared plus y squared. So I'm having 7 squared plus 3 squared. What will this give me? 7 squared is 7 times 7, so 49. 3 squared is 3 times 3, so 9. What? 9 plus 9 is 8. 8 carry 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. It in fact gives me 58. So you can see that A is the correct answer. Does that make sense? And that's because if you look at the second part, it's just the same as the first part. So with this, we know that A is the right answer. Let's take another question. So we are told that a man is X years old while his son is Y years old. The sum of their ages is twice the differences of their ages. If the product of their ages is 675, find the age of the man. Now this is pretty simple. It's just word problem. Now let's go. A man is X years old. So we know man's age equals to X. His son is Y years old. Son's age equals to Y. Now the sum of their ages. What's the meaning of sum? Sum means addition plus. And we know their ages is X and Y. So the sum of their ages will give us X plus Y. Is. Now in word problem, anytime you see is, it means equals to. Do you understand? Twice the differences of their ages. Now differences is minus. Now if the man is older, it makes sense to say X minus Y. So the difference is X minus Y. But we are told that it's twice, so 2 times. So I'll be putting 2 into brackets. Because I've got 2 entities, so I have to introduce brackets. Do you understand? So I have 2 into brackets, X minus Y. Does that make sense? Now I'm not told if the product of their ages is 675. Now product means what? Times. So product of their ages, X times Y. X times Y is XY. Is, what did I say is? Means equals to, so XY equals to 675. Now so we've got XY equals to 675. Now this is equation 1. This is equation 2. Now we are told to find the age of the man. So basically we are told to find X. Does this make sense? Now let's try to solve this. This is a simultaneous equation. So we can say from equation 1. Equation 1 says X plus Y equals to 2 into bracket X minus Y. So X plus Y equals to, if I open this bracket, I'll be having 2 times X, 2X. 2 times minus Y is minus 2Y. Now can I collect like terms? Bring X together, bring Y together. If X comes to this side, while Y comes to this side, I'll be having Y plus 2Y equals to 2X minus X. Do you understand that? Minus 2Y, when it crosses, it becomes plus 2Y. X, when it crosses, it becomes minus X. Now let's solve the remaining somewhere here. Y plus 2Y will give me 3Y equals to 2X minus X will give me X. So in actual fact, this means X equals to 3Y. So I'm going to say put X equals to 3Y in equation 2. What is equation 2? Equation 2 say xy equals to 675. So anywhere I see x, I call it 3y. So I have 3y into brackets y equals to 675. Now this is y times 3y. Y times 3y will give me 3y squared equals to 675. Now I've got to divide both sides by 3. So I should be having y squared equals to 3 here 1. 3 in 6 is 2. 3 in 7 is 2, remainder 1. 3 in 15 is 5. So I have y squared equals to 225. Do you understand this? So can I solve the remaining somewhere here? So remember, I have y squared equals to 225. To find y, I find the square root of both sides. So this will be square root of y squared equals to square root of 225. Which means that y equals to square root of 225 should give me 15. So it means that y equals to 15. The son's age is 15. But I was told to find the man's age. So I've got to find x. So I know that y equals to 15. To find x, I can say put y equals to 15 in equation 2. And equation 2 is xy equals to 675. So anywhere I see y, I call it 15. So I have x times 15 equals to 675. To find x, I divide both sides by 15. So 15 cancels 15. I'm left with x equals to. So 5 and 15 should give me 3. 5 and 6 should give me 1 remainder 1. 5 and 17 should give me 3 remainder 2. 5 and 25 should give me 5. Does this make sense? So I should have 3 here 1. 3 and 13 should give me 4 remainder 1. 3 and 15 should give me 5. So I have x equals to 45 years. So the age of the father is 45 years. And that should be option D. 45 years. Do you understand? Let's take another question. So I've got a minor sector of circle of diameter 3.6 centimeter, subtends angle 35 degrees at the center. What is the perimeter of the sector? Now this is pretty simple. The first thing you want to remember is what a sector is. How do you draw a sector? So this is a circle. Now a sector would be, now this is the sector. This part here is the sector. Now we are told that the minor sector of a circle of diameter 3.6 centimeter. So if diameter equals to 3.6, it means radius equals to 3.6 divided by 2. Since diameter equals to 2 radius. I hope you understand. So it means radius equals to 2 here 1. 2 in 3 is 1 remainder 1. 2 in 16 is 8. So I have 1.8. It means this place here is 1.8. And this place here is 1.8. Does that make sense? And I'm told that it subtends an angle of 35 degrees. So this place here, theta should be 35 degrees. Now can we solve this? We are told to find the perimeter of the sector. Now remember, the perimeter of any shape is the distance around the shape. So what's the formula for the perimeter of a sector? Now remember, perimeter is just the distance around the shape. So it means that if this is the diagram for a sector, it means that the perimeter is just this distance. Does that make sense? Now from here to here is what? R. So I'll be having R plus. From here to here is R. So I'll be having R plus. From here to here is the arc. So what's the length of an arc? What's the formula for the length of an arc? So that is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. And this formula is easy to remember if you know that an arc is just a fraction of the full circumference of a circle. And the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So a fraction of it will be theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Now I know r plus r is 2r. So I have 2r plus theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So this is the formula for the perimeter of a sector. So let's solve this question. Perimeter equals to 2r plus theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Now let's find what were we given. We know that the radius equals to 1.8. We know theta is the angle equals to 35. And then we're not given pi, but we can take pi equals to 22/7. Now we slot this into the formula. What would we have? 2r, so I have 2 times 1.8 plus theta is what? 35/360 times 2 times pi is what? 22/7 times radius is what? 1.8. Now let's put over 1/1. 5 in 35 will give me 7. 5 in 36 will give me 7, remainder 1. 5 in 10 will give me 2. 2 here 1. 2 in 72. 2 in 7 is 3, remainder 1. 2 in 12 is 6. I can have 2 in 36, that will be 1, remainder 1. 2 in 16 is 8. 2 in 22 is 11. Does this make sense? 18 here is 1. 18 in 1.8 should give me 0.1. 7 here 1. 7 here 1. Does this make sense at all? Now let's solve the remaining by the side somewhere here. So we're having 2 times 1.8 is 3.6 plus, now I'm left with 11 times 0.1. 11 times 0.1 is 1.1. So it means that perimeter equals to 3.6 plus 1.1 should give us 4.7 centimeters. Now this is the answer. What option is 4.7? So we've got option B as the answer. I hope you understand this perfectly. Now don't forget to subscribe and to like and also to share with your friends that are preparing for post UTME. I love you very much.